We're here at DFW Undercover, and we're with No Weapon Form. So let's go run down. Start with you. Name, duties in the band.
Nolan, I play guitar.
Solly, bassist.
Brandon, sing. Josh, guitar. Lead guitar.
Dylan, drums.
Alright.
And drinks.
That's right.
Drinks.
Drums and drinks.
That's actually true.
So, how old's your band?
How are we?
How old?
Oh, I was gonna say we're good. How are you?
We are about.
Oh.
That's a complicated answer.
This
Age or maturity?
this group here.
Yeah.
This actual mixed group here. Only about 6 months.
Less than that technically with him.
I mean, we've had No Weapon Form has been together for maybe over about 2 years, and this group, about 5 to 6 months.
Okay, so you've had different drummers and things.
Yeah, well,
like
we
that.
switched out a new drummer. Our original drummer, he did some other things. He stepped away from music for a while to pursue a professional career. So this guy kind of was looking for a job.
I need money.
This guy. So we hired him.
Cool. Cool.
No, we're very lucky to have him.
Whose brainchild is this band?
They're like shared
That's the
hemispheres,
mastermind.
really.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's when we said it's a complicated question because it started kind of 4 or 5 years ago,
Yeah.
actually, where me and Brandon were saying, hey, we want to do some kind of almost southern acoustic, whatever, like bluesy type stuff. And then, of course, anything, it starts kind of small, and then all of a sudden, this actually doesn't suck as much. And then it ended up kind of ballooning past that. But that's why it's a complicated answer, because him and I have been doing stuff for 4 or 5 years, and then we kind of slowly added in elements of it, and eventually it came to be the beast that it is today. So,
that's
Well
cool.
said, sir.
yeah.
Very cool.
Pow! I need to kiss him.
And
Next question, please.
where do y'all where are y'all stationed at? Like, where do you practice? Where's your
Pro rehearsal, Dallas,
Dallas,
Texas.
baby.
Dallas.
Dallas.
Cool. Right on. And what do you got planned now? Like, what are your objectives now?
We're probably going to go to practice after this. Maybe get something to eat before that.
That's
and
not.
then-
Yeah.
you
Okay.
Oh, you mean like in general as a
Yeah,
whole?
like.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Oh, okay.
I'm going to the bathroom.
I'm gonna go take a shit.
Have a ham
and
sandwich.
Take a poo.
We're working on an album right now.
Yeah.
At the same time, we've been booking up shows like crazy. We've got a couple of big shows. We got a couple big show announcements coming up. Gonna probably announce those over the next couple of weeks. We got a show at Curtain Club, May 16th. Everybody should definitely come out and check that out. If you haven't seen us live, this is going to be the greatest show that we've ever done so far. I personally guarantee that. So
Money back guarantee from this guy.
But definitely should come out and check us out live if you haven't seen us. We do our best to try to entertain.
Who y'all playing with on that show?
We have
Beautiful Disturbance.
Krell,
Silhouette,
and
somebody else.
Bang or something. Honestly, I just now saw it like yesterday, literally. I think it's like Bang or something like that. But the ones that we ended up booking first, like I said, were Krell, Beautiful Disturbance, and Silhouette.
They have Beautiful Disturbance, good band.
Yeah, they're a great band.
Yeah, very
Great
excited to play
band.
with that.
Out of Waco, very professional, very well-rounded musicians. Excited
really
to share the
cool.
stage with
We'll probably interview them that night on May 16th. They've been
You
hitting
should
us
storm them
up
too, like-
forever.
Like, don't even give them a chance for my parents to be like, oh!
Ambush.
All right. So locally, is there anybody you follow locally, religiously, or anything like that?
I don't like a lot of religion.
So no, his answer's no.
No. So
He
you
hates
don't-
everybody.
Yeah.
I love a lot of local bands. I love Seroja, Secret of Boris, Atticane. Those are all my brothers. I respect people's dedication that it takes to rise to the top like they have. So Dallas is definitely a poppin' scene. There's a lot of bands to follow.
We're also friends with Light the Fire, Red Angel Theory. I think it's probably more, but
Oh yeah, really good friends with
Yeah.
Buddy, yeah.
Yeah.
Hang out with
Everyone
Paul.
is.
Everyone-
Yeah.
I mean, but not like we are though. It's different with us.
Oh. Okay.
Everyone says.
I was talking to a guy. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be the pilot for their plane.
No, he's not.
No. I'm gonna text him right now.
That's like that movie Billy Madison where Chris Farley, the drummer's like, oh yeah, I had that. And he's like, no, you didn't. He's like, yeah, but I did almost. He's like, no, you didn't.
Imagine what
All right. So, songwriting wise, I'm guessing you. What's your song formula? If you don't mind me.
Basically, Dylan quotes some Eminem lyrics, and then I say,
I'll sing Eminem all day right now. I'll start right now.
No, yeah, it is. This is where the guys make fun of me a lot because this is the part where it says me and my and I and me and they say I like to be.
They gotta come from
I like to
somewhere.
get off to the sound of me talking about me writing music and how
I'm getting
awesome
off just
me
hearing
is.
you.
Yeah.
No, it does kind of brain child with me. I'll start with licks, riffs, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I have stuff going back from 3 or 4 years ago. I'm
Yeah.
a huge perfectionist when it comes to writing, so I'll chew on something, stew on something, have an extremely high standard for what I write, what I play, when it gets released, and basically come up with the riffs, licks, put everything together, stop, starts, time changes, anything that's going on in there, and then I kind of hand it off to Brandon. He writes the lyrics. So he gets a fully formed package, and then he takes it and stews on it for a few weeks, month, 2 months, however it's going to be.
One day.
It
Depends.
depends. Yeah,
Shit's,
it does. It depends. So, but yeah, that's kind of basically how it starts. But then the great thing is when we do present it and say, hey, this is a new song, new this and everything. Then of course Dylan puts his own flavor on the drums and everything, and then usually I say no, that's too much flavor. Dial it back.
That's true.
So, but yeah, that's kind of how it gets started usually. And
Okay.
finished.
So like lyrically, do you get like personal with songs?
We're
or
gonna take a
just-
break while you answer this question.
Yeah, every song is personally about myself or my life or
Yeah.
something that I'm going through or studying on or something like that. I try not to just put music out that's just filler that rhymes good over some song, just another rock song that really has no purpose. Not that it's not cool to have fun songs to listen to and rock out to, but I just feel like this. I'm trying to make this actually have some type of meaning. So when I write lyrics to the stuff it gives me, it's like I want to make sure and use this my opportunity to express myself, as corny as it sounds, but that's the best way to actually put it. I mean,
So there's never an instance where you just kind of you just kind of shit out the lyrics. All right, here you go. Never.
Because we wouldn't let him make it with that kind of crap.
no, I'm my own worst critic.
Yeah.
I mean, and then probably if there's a bigger jerk than me, then it'll be this guy here. So I have to make sure that I don't hate it, and then once I don't hate it, I have to make sure he doesn't hate it. So usually, if I hate it, no one's gonna hear it.
Yeah.
It's never gonna leave my room.
And that's kind of I'm trying to look for the words to describe that. Like to say I just put something out like that, and that's what came from you and your stamp. You shouldn't be playing music here or writing anything if that's really how you're ever going to approach anything. So that's what I'm saying. I have extremely high standards. He does, and we all have very high standards with what we're doing when we play. So
Except for
Unless
women.
you're doing it for fun.
except for with women.
JK.
Dylan.
So yeah, no, it's one of those things where we should never ever just say, hey, yeah, I'm just putting something out just because it's we need something right. We need a new song for the next show.
Yeah.
Right.
If something's coming out, it's been thought out, it's been planned, it's been
Cool.
it's something that is
Organic.
Yeah, it's
I
not
feel
forced
that,
ever,
yeah.
ever forced.
Yeah. 'Cause
You can tell sometimes when bands have forced songs, and they're usually soundtrack songs. I don't know if you noticed
Filler,
that.
yeah.
Usually there are songs that didn't make on the record, so they had 2 weeks to record and write a song, and so it's on the soundtrack. Which occasionally you get some diamonds, but usually it's not very good. So
yeah, I get
it's
that.
not us.
I get that. Yeah. So y'all get in that dilemma, like as songwriters, where it's like you're your own worst critic, and you don't like anything you make. Do you ever just okay, maybe I don't think it's good, maybe they think it's good?
No. I
No.
know everything
Sometimes I
bring
have
is
to.
golden. I mean, it's just straight aces. No.
No, I think we have a good collection of ears here as far
Yeah.
as music, and especially we have a broad spectrum of rock here as far as what everyone likes within the rock genre. So I think that allows us to kind of have a more, not expert, but a better critical ear when it comes to hearing things that are a little bit deviate from just the standard. So I guess what I mean by that is when I'm putting something together, or he's putting something together, or we're doing something to present to each other, we kind of know each other's viewpoints and where we're coming from.
Yeah.
So if it's going to suck, or if it's something that we're gonna, probably not appeal to everyone, we're not gonna bring it. You know what I mean? We're not gonna use it. We're not gonna bring. Not saying it's not a good idea to us. We're just not gonna use it because we know everybody's not gonna flow with it. You know what I mean? So he can do something musically that may not be something that we necessarily listen to or like, but if it's good and it fits, we all have a good enough ear to know, hey, that's good. We're gonna roll with that. You know what I mean? Same thing with my lyrics or a drum fill he may do or a bass part or guitar. You see what I'm saying? We all can say, okay, yeah, I don't know much about that type, but I can hear it good enough to know that's good, and we need to roll with that. You know what I mean?
That's cool. All
These
right.
dudes are cerebral. They overthink every note, every rest, everything. That's it's a good quality.
Yeah, writing with your like entire body, just really
But
giving
it's
yourself.
very, like, a lot of people don't realize that if you're not a musician, this is not disrespecting anybody, because it takes musicians and it takes the listeners, it takes everybody to make music happen. But a lot of people don't realize that, music is very mathematical.
Yep.
I mean, that's all it is fractions and numbers and so when I'm writing music, like he says, it's a very cerebral process because it's very much like, it's almost like when something doesn't work instantaneously. Like it's I tried this, that just does not just fit right. It's either a timing issue, whether, like I said, be a mathematical problem, or it's just a feel. I don't know a ton of theory. I know some, but I've been told before from some friends that do actually know a lot of theory. Like, man, you write like you know theory. I'm like, I don't just write what I know and feel, but I will literally, if I have a lead going on and I'll say, okay, I'm ending on this note, where does my rhythm line need to end? I'll make sure that those are locking in. It may be like a harmony type piece or something, and I make sure those lock in the exact same times, same sounds, same kind of mode and feeling that I'm writing in. So it is very much, and Solid can even test this too. We've worked on bass lines, and he will play it a certain way, and then we'll look at it and we'll play it, and then I'll be like, wait, actually, I was thinking about that, man. That doesn't end correctly with the right, kind of harmony. It needs to actually be here, and he'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, that does make sense, and then we'll mess with it or whatever. So it is a very cerebral process, and I hate to say different to how a lot of people kind of write, but I think it is different. Some people it's all feeling, some people it's all mathematical head, and in some people it's a combination. But, that is kind of some approaches that we take. So
We constantly have to keep him from rapping too. It's
constantly. That is what happens.
Rapping. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna bust that shit.
No,
he's got
I rap so good.
the world is not ready for that. I'm sorry.
Right. Oh, okay.
It caused some problems.
Let's talk about I guess what each of you individually, what you bring into as far as like your own personal style into the overall sound of the band.
Like that.
Well, one of the benefits of this band is everybody's open-minded. It's a very open-minded group, so everyone can add their little flavor when they want. Like they said, everything they bring out has meaning, it has purpose. So you get a little range to play with, but it's nice because everyone has their own flair to it, and it really ends up being good music from five very talented people.
So let's talk about that flair.
Solly won't say it, but he obviously brings the sexy. I mean,
I thought y'all did. I thought
Obviously.
everybody brought the sex.
I mean, it's always like an Abercrombie and Fitch model. I mean,
I carry bags.
in fact, actually, I don't know if y'all knew that. We actually got him from one of those stores. He was standing, those dudes that stand there like in the windows. He was just like,
No shirt and
basically like
scarf.
standing there. And we're like, that dude could be in this band. We're like, you don't have to play bass, dude. He was like, yeah, I do. He quit that
He
second.
was like, of course.
Yeah, he quit that second.
I went
He
to
just
the
busted
music.
out
That's
the
why I
blast.
switched to music.
Yeah.
It was for me. That was the day.
Right on.
I think that one thing that I personally value is live performance overall. Bringing the energy to the stage, I think, is paramount in any band, especially in local bands. You got to capture people, and these guys do a great job at just coming, with the adrenaline and being on point the whole time. It's crazy.
Whiskey too.
These guys, you'll see May 16th, not March. That's
Yeah, I'll
past.
see.
Damn.
That's
When you
past.
go back in time.
But May 16th, we'll demonstrate a little bit of that. These dudes definitely lay it all out there. It's good to watch.
And y'all seen Dylan play?
Oh yeah, he's phenomenal.
Dylan's a straight up beast. You got the hair, this thing.
It's actually a wig.
He does this thing where like he does this, like his hair does this like flipping thing, and it's like
And it hits the.
it's a really
cymbal.
special talent. It's just really weird.
That's a great idea. Like my drumstick into there.
It's actually very similar to Shakira on her lips. You know how Shakira has like these magic hips where like her body stays completely still, but like her
Right.
hips do this
Yeah.
thing. Dylan has this thing like with his head where I don't know how he does it, man. He just does this like hair
So
whip
it's just
thing.
the hair?
Yeah,
It's called demon possession.
it's amazing.
What Dylan was saying, I think, like he said, like I just like to rock. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna stand there and play the riff. And I think you could play the same riff just standing there, and you can play the same riff just losing your mind. And I think when you're just, you got, like you said, whiskey or adrenaline, it's just, I think the riff itself just, or the song itself just sounds that much better because you're really just putting all you can into it.
It helps when you have long hair.
Yeah, I mean the long hair too.
I think we all are really good on live and living in the moment. I think that's one thing, we don't ever go through the motions. I noticed that even in practice,
Yeah.
we practice like we play. I mean,
That's really cool.
I can honestly say this is the most fun that I get to have out of my entire week, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is when we're together and we're playing music and we're doing a show. Actually, the performance part, you know what I mean? It's like, that's something it's just like a rush, and it's something you have to exert, you have to get out. And I think that all of us are really good about, in our own way, you know what I mean? Just really, like I said, living in the moment and putting it all out there and leaving nothing, you know what I mean? Leaving nothing.
Yeah.
At the end of the show, we gave everything, you know what I mean?
That's really cool. So, you said you're recording an album? You're working on some stuff?
Yes, we actually, I mean, right now we have pretty much an album's worth of music that we're actually in the process of recording. It's just finding the time. We've been doing it slowly because things started to pick up as far as shows and
Everybody's a working professional in this band, you know.
So
Everyone
it's
pulls
like-
their weight.
yeah.
Everyone's dependable, reliable, short of time, unfortunately.
Yeah, we all got a million things going, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And this is number one. At the same time, we have to finance this and, you know what I mean, do all these type of things. So,
Y'all got money?
I was gonna ask you, shit.
but we are, I mean, Josh wants to put something out. Josh, I know you want to put something out soon as far as another album. We've been handing out an EP, like a short EP, a 3-song EP, for people to kind of have so they can get a taste of what we got, you know what I mean? We never want to be one of those bands that you go see live and it's like, man, they were great, but after you leave, you know, you never have anything to listen to. We
Yeah.
also don't want to be a band that you have a CD and then you never see them live, and when you see them live, it's nothing the same, you know, so we try to keep both those bases covered while we're still working on this full album. As far as release of the full album,
Yeah.
this man right here is actually
It's the white whale, apparently. No, I'm just ready to get it out because first off, you know, I was telling you, Bill, you know, that we have definitely some southern elements. You made the comment, well, you're from Texas. I mean, we got to, but yeah, I think we have a little more than a lot of bands, and I don't hope that's going to come off as an arrogant thing because it's, but that's how I mean. I mean it more like we really have some songs that if Leonard Skinner and ZZ Top kind of and Allman Brothers had a heavier baby, like this is kind of what it would sound like, you know, like
lacing up big boots
like,
there.
I mean, it is, but I personally feel like Other Side of the Ground and Run from the Devil are
I'm with you.
I mean, those are
100%.
like I said, and then even some songs we never played these times are.
100%.
You could put that on a Leonard Skinner CD and have one of the Van Zandt dudes sing it, and it would sound like probably Leonard Skinner. Not to say rip anybody
We're
off.
open to that.
Just saying. So you know, but that's what I'm saying. I think we have other dynamics in the songs. I can't wait for people to hear outside of the live venue because obviously we're going to bring it to the live venue. We're gonna play. We're going to rock it, and I want people to be able to take it home and hear it on their CDs. And that's why I'm just very anxious to get it on a CD. So we're.
Well, there's a lot of difference between arrogance and being sure of your music. So
We're very sure. We're very sure. Very confident what we
yeah,
have.
don't seem very cocky. I mean, cocky is over here, the MILF hunter.
But look at this dude.
He's just chilling. That's all he's doing. He's just chilling.
He's like Thor's younger other stepbrother.
I'm just sitting here drinking my beer, you know, enjoying the beautiful
I gotta fuck with you, Dylan, man.
So yeah, we don't have a release date on the CD yet, but we are working on it. We passed a couple of dates that I was hoping we would have. So, but definitely, it's one because to me, I look at it like that's our product.
Yeah.
And that's our Big Mac, that's our Whopper. That's what I keep saying. It's you go to McDonald's or Burger King.
Are you hungry, bro?
It sounds like it.
a little bit, man.
He's like, I like to put extra cheese on it. You know.
We passed the dates because we were playing shows.
We did. They were for
So-
good reasons. Cause we did South by Southwest. And we did of course Curtain Club right before that. Then we have these other shows come. We did, Fort Worth. So it's kind of, it's been busy with shows. He's kept us really busy with booking, to the point where, like I said, it is kind of, like you said, it's between being a working professional, kids, and just other things that happen in life. It's definitely very hard to find time. Okay, we got to sit down, record it, get all the stuff in, of course, get it mixed and mastered, all that good jazz, and reproduce. So, but it is going to happen in the very near future.
But your fan base is going up there. You are playing a lot of places. You're not oversaturating yourself. You're actually, you're pulling your shows apart where you're not playing every weekend.
Right.
You're making people hungry for you guys.
Yeah, that's definitely
this genius, man.
Because at first I wanted to be like, I was like, let's go. We had shows offered every weekend. I'm like, why not? It's just like you said, you don't want to oversaturate yourself, especially with us, because we try to be entertaining with the things that we do, and I don't want anybody to ever get tired of what we're doing or feel like they've seen it all, from us. So we definitely, like you said, try to space them out, not take too long, but at the same time, try not to just oversaturate every weekend,
You have a working title for your project that you're willing to...
That's a great question.
Right now we're looking at self-titled.
Okay.
Turn up the dirty, baby.
No, right now we're looking at self-titled. That could change.
Turn up the dirty.
One thing we don't want to do is formulate a title just because it sounds cool, or even in the process of putting the name. Well, same thing as even in putting our name together, things like that. We want it to come together. I keep using this corny word, but organically.
I use that all the time.
We want it to represent the process of how we got to that point and where we are at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if we right now, like I said, self-titled, same as the band No Weapon Formed, is a perfect title for an album. But at the time when it's ready to release, we may be at a different point over the next few months where something, another word or another title may be, just being more significant or represent what we're doing a lot more. So it's, it may change. But right now, self-titled.
Cool. So y'all said you did a South by Southwest?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
He was drunk the whole time.
The entire time.
Too many people.
I can't believe that. I don't remember people. That's a lie. Grandma, mom, everybody.
It was cool. We were very thankful to get to play down there.
Very fun event.
Last year I was sitting at home or actually every year I've been sitting at home it's fucked up, man. I wish I was playing South by Southwest. I'll just be honest with you. I'm like, man, I wish I was playing South. So to be actually on the road on the way down there,
And where'd you guys play
favorites,
at?
it was great.
We were right off 6th Street, so 7th and something.
Natchez.
Yeah.
Natchez.
So it was like a club or
It was like an outdoor venue.
outdoor,
We played on the Texas Rock Fest, the Buddha stage. There was a Buddha and PV stage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we played on the Buddha stage.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
You gotta play
Yeah,
outside,
like gyros.
That's where all the people are.
Yeah, it was. I mean, honestly, I'll be honest. I've never been to Austin, so I didn't know when I heard it wasn't on 6th Street. I didn't know the process of South by Southwest. I thought every band was loaded up on 6th Street outside, So when I heard we're on 7th and Natchez, I'm like, fuck, are we some side bullshit, And then I get there and I'm like, okay, it's the real deal. So it was cool, It turned out pretty cool.
Yeah, people were there, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few,
A couple people showed up.
They had some beer, they had skinny jeans,
A bum on the corner.
Yeah.
You know what though? We spent the whole next day at South by. We checked out 20 different bands. We drank 19 bottles of Deep Eddy's iced tea, except for him. He was sober.
Also did.
And when I got back to Dallas, I couldn't help but be just overwhelmingly proud of our scene and the intensity and the rawness that we bring. The DFW scene is just such a big difference.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
not in a disrespectful way.
How so?
Well, just because you see a lot of this indie rock stuff that's going on at South by Southwest, and we bring a little bit more adrenaline to it, and then I forget that I'm conditioned to that adrenaline, and DFW is just everywhere. So when you leave and you see another scene, as you approach DFW, as the Dallas is on the horizon, you're reminded of the rawness that you represent. It's kind of
Starts raging.
That's really cool.
It is.
Okay. Right on. Anything else?
Oh, what do y'all think of DFW Undercover?
We knew this was coming, man.
Yeah, I hope so.
We knew. God dang it, we had a better answer.
I checked you guys out, and I think that it's a great outlet. You know what I mean? I think that I don't understand why. Well, not that I don't understand why. I think it's great that other people have a passion for music, not just a passion for music, a passion to help other bands and people get their music out and be seen and have a platform for that.
Unite the local scene.
Right, and do it correctly. Not just a lot of people say they do promotions or do film or do, have their websites and things, but it's just for show, for to actually have people who are actually taking the material, pumping it out there, trying to do these things and actually put it in motion. That means a lot. We want to link up with people like that, especially in our area. We want to be directly in contact with people like you guys, because we feel like we need you, to get where we're trying to get. So, me personally, I'm thankful for people like you guys,
Well, and the thing with DFW Undercover is we're not just local, we're worldwide.
Right.
So we actually have contacts outside of the United States. So, I mean, it's growing. And while we grow, every band that we interview, you guys grow too. Not just here, outside of here. So,
yeah, y'all's reach is definitely, I'm watching y'all spread quite a bit over the last year. It's very easily observable how much y'all have grown. What's next for DFW Undercover?
What's next for us?
What's y'all's 5-year plan?
What's our 5-year plan? We haven't really thought that far.
I mean, basically, you just got to hold off until we get signed and tour, and then y'all can come hang out with us and be our personal interviewers all the time.
Just tour. We don't have to get signed.
Just follow us around.
We don't have to get signed. We just
and look,
tour.
that's gonna be way less than 5 years. Just saying,
Right on.
I don't know, man. We haven't really thought about it. We just take it a day for day and helping band for band, and the ones that are really passionate about what we do and what they do on stage performing is the ones that we really push and we care about. So, I mean, like I told you off camera, and I'm saying it right now, and hopefully people hear it. If you don't care, we're not going to care.
Hashtag.
That's just the way it is.
Right.
If you give a shit about your careers, then that's why we're here. We're here. We are passionate about local musicians. But we don't deal with the cockiness and the arrogance and the bullshit. We care about the passion itself for writing your music and performing in front of your fans and new fans. That's what matters to us. And 5 years, hell, hopefully we're a massive entity. Shit ton of sponsors, a lot of fucking festivals.
We got a great new interviewer here.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but I think so. Bill works hard. They works hard. They're pumping it. Remember, they were right from the beginning. A year ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a year and 20 days, I think.
Well, and to kind of piggyback on what Brandon said, I've kind of noticed it seems like this was a comment. I'm not going to name any names, obviously, because I don't want to burn anybody, but it seems like a lot of times when it comes to playing or other businesses or other entities, it's like, hey, yeah, you can do this, but you're on your own, basically. You got to promote yourself. You got to bring your people. You got to make sure you're basically, it's what are you going to do for us? And instead of saying, okay, well, hang on a second, and again, obviously not pointing fingers, but hang on. We just brought 50, 60 people to your club, and they all drank, every single one of them. What do you mean, what are we going to do?
Alcoholic.
What are you going to do for us, and what are we going to do for you? I mean, like I said, it's a symbiotic type thing. It's a
business to business.
That's symbiotic. That's bad.
I'm sorry, yes, it's not symbiotic. It's
the
how can we
mutual.
kind of mutually coexist and help each other, benefit each other. So it's not so
Synergetic.
nice. That's a nice business word. One of those corporate business.
That's the name of your new CD. Fucking
Actually.
So that's important I think, for organizations and people. Like I said, it seems a lot of places it's just what can you do for us, and that's like, well, hang on a second. What do you mean what we do? We just
Also,
we just made y'all some money. I mean,
I like that you pointed out. We're not. To put it in my words, we're not fucking with bands that are bullshitting and don't care about their careers and just trying to do it and waste our time. Because I feel like all those bands and all those people are in the way of bands that really want to do this and represent this area and show good music and are passionate and want to do this every minute of their life. And those bands are in the way. And so I love that. You know what I mean? I love that that you only want to do business or help people that want to go out of the way to help themselves. You know what I mean? Because it's both good for both of us in the end.
time is money.
And the thing is we actually bring bands from other states, and the reason we do is it's a cross promotion thing. It's actually if you guys like a band that we brought from St. Louis or California or whatever, and y'all dig each other, guess what? Now, guess where you are going to be playing next.
Right.
I might not come back from California, man. Cali, I might end up on the beach selling fruit.
Fucking awesome. Well, we really appreciate y'all doing this, and thanks for breaking her in, her virgin.
It hurt, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. sucked at
Didn't
first.
hurt?
But no, it hurt.
You,
but,
you popped your cherry
you
today,
popped
man.
it.
That's awesome.
But you know,
We didn't even play it safe.
you told me we're going to.
Well, thank you, No Weapon Form. We really appreciate everything.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
See y'all. What is it? May 16th.
May 16th, and then we actually got a couple of announcements we're gonna bring out here very shortly.
Got some big shows coming up.
Yeah.
We'll just check us on Facebook. Keep
Yeah.
up to date with everything we're doing.
Sweet. Thank y'all.
Right on.
Curtain Club.
Awesome.